We also have with us, amongst us, our alumni of Jaipuria Noida, Mr. Yatish Wahal. He is an MBA and a Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication, and has also undergone advanced management programs from the NUS Singapore and ISB Hyderabad, including a specialized course in private equity. He brings with him project and business consultancy experience of close to a decade. He has extensive experience in the areas of project management, legal affairs and finance. He is currently working as CEO and Director with Nayati Healthcare and Research Private Limited. Mr. Yatish also has an extensive experience in telecom, ICT, media and broadcasting, licensing and regulatory advisory in India and Middle East. He has been part of various consulting and advisory engagements for major telecom companies such as Tata Teleservices, AT&T, Tata Communications, Virgin Mobile India, etc. Broadcasters like Star India, NewsX, ISPs, BTGO, regulators like Telecommunications Regulatory Authority, Oman, BCCI, and equipment vendors. He has also been engaged on issues involving acquisitions at national and international levels, structuring assignments, and has undertaken multiple roadshows with investors. He remains an active participant in various seminars and has to his credit research publications, besides also being a lecturer and panelist in leading Indian B schools. Now I invite Mr. Wahal to the dais to address this august gathering. Please, sir.
I hope I am audible. Yeah, I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Post the speakers, I am left with very little areas to sort of touch upon. But I'd like to make a modest contribution to the topic that we sort of discussed today. You know, Rajiv here talked about healthcare. Currently, we are incubating a healthcare venture. So, just a small anecdote towards that. You know, with the lifespan increasing, there is a lot of lifestyle diseases that have started to come in. A word of caution: along with your studies, try and take an hour out. Try and do exercise, meditate, do something or the other, and try and remain fit. Because all this knowledge will be of no use, and you will come and be, you know, one of our paying patients and adding to our top line if you don't take care of yourself. As far as healthcare is concerned, the only one area that sort of blossoms and brings happiness is the birthing aspect. When a new baby is born and a new life comes into being. Otherwise, you know, none of us, I would believe, ideally would like to visit a hospital. Now, having said that, while Srivats, Dr. Thakur, Rajiv talked about various facets, and we had certain people from the audience who had sort of commented on why they've come out for us to join an MBA program, why Jaipuria. You know, if I could sum it up in a nutshell, it is perhaps the lady there felt that when she was somewhere in the niche, I am too an engineer. So I know, you know, it's a run-of-the-mill sort of a product these days, and you know, you are either at the back end, and for that transformation to happen, to become a manager and be a front lead, a front-end person leading the team, there is a very basic ingredient that is required. So now coming back to the orientation, a MBA, and the faculty may not agree, a MBA is not equal to analytics. Analytics and analysis is a mere ingredient in the recipe of making a good manager. It's not the end product. There are very many geniuses who are around, but they may not be necessarily a good manager. You know, there is what is called a Mensa club, that is people of a very high IQ. You don't necessarily need to be of a very high IQ to be a great manager. The basic ingredient quality of a manager, so you know, over the span of the next 2 years, you will be, through the 39 broad outline courses, you will be taught and made aware of various streams, various subjects, various topics. Finally, it will be the day when you will be facing an interview panel for your selection. For the leap forward, as Rajiv had shown, that pyramid, the transformation from a student to becoming a part of the corporate culture. What would be that key differentiator? it will be the ability to communicate. You may be very intelligent. You may have answers to all sorts of solutions, all sorts of questions. But are you able to relay your point of view across? So I guess we have Mrs. Japuria with us now. So, no, it's okay. I am an alumni, so I do recognize you and therefore our complete regard and welcome. So as I was saying that to communicate is the key. Because until and unless you have that conviction within you, you are able to convey your point of view across. You cannot lead, you cannot manage, you cannot convince the other person. So that dynamism is not around. And therefore a mens rea is not necessary. Moving on, if you were to talk of, and I can ask more, put this question across to the gathering here, what Rajiv had discussed about in terms of the changing technology, that how during the next 2 to 3 years you will perhaps be faced with a situation where you were thought completely unaware of a particular stream. Who would have thought of Instagram or a Flickr, a couple of years back? However, now to put this question across to you guys, how many of you are relevant? How many of you in this audience here have edited a Wikipedia page? So very basic. How many of you have edited a Wikipedia page? So barring the professors, I guess is one. How many of you? Two. How many of you would have Googled just a PDF file? Do you know how to put in a filter? You know Google, everybody knows Google. How many of you know how to apply filters on Google? And then narrow down your search? Again, limited to the brunt for the professors because perhaps that's the job requirement, but not to the rows behind. What does that suggest? Technologically, unfortunately, you are obsolete. So can we, within the next 2 years, try and be relevant? To be relevant means you have to keep up with the times. What are the latest trends? Because see, at the end of the day, when you get an opportunity with the employer, that window of opportunity is hardly a couple of minutes. You cannot, in that 10 minutes, explain that, this is all I know. I have absorbed all of this. This is taken as understood that over the next the 2 years that you've been groomed, you would be aware of the basics. But how do we differentiate? Until and unless you are able to convey it across in a meaningful and convincing manner, it just doesn't solve the purpose. So you have to be relevant. You have to have the ability to communicate. You have to then, what I term as pushing the envelope. Or, there is this gentleman called Arthur Fry. Has anybody heard the name? Arthur Fry? No? Well, here I beat the professors to it, I guess. Well, I'll now tell you about Paste-it notes. How many of you are aware? Paste-it notes? Paste-it? Everybody is aware? Which is the company that manufactures Paste-it? 3M. So everybody is aware of 3M. But the person who brought this concept into 3M, again he was not the scientist who discovered it. So there was a scientist called Silva, Professor Silva, who had discovered an adhesive that was sort of a glue that could make things stick. But it wasn't such a strong adhesive that it won't come off. So he had made this discovery, however he didn't know what to do of it. Now Fry, on the other hand, during school days, like many of us used to use bookmarks for flagging pages, but one of the things that he would often find was that while referring it back, often those bookmarks, clumsy little things, they tend to come off. And he thought, why can't we have a solution where, so he said, well, that's about it. And then he pushed 3M, and this is what is known as gumption, which is nothing else but power to persuade. You've got a thought process, so you have the knowledge, you have an ability to communicate, but you should also have that power to persuade. and stand for that particular thought process that is known as gumption. So when he had that gumption to persuade 3M in making and believing in him that this particular thing will work. And I don't need to go any further because today post-it notes are available across countries, more than 100 countries, and it's a huge success and a huge money spinner. Finally, if I were to sort of, another trait that I would say you need to sort of take care of, if you were talking of ethics, there will be a paper on ethics. Ethics, my friend, is nothing different from the very basic, because ethics is a matter of interpretation. When you will be going through this course and even beyond this, again, statistics is there, and there are, statisticians and liars. There is a very faint or a very thin difference between them. Because as a statistician, we can represent facts in the manner we want. However, you shouldn't forget or move away from the fact that you cannot use analytics to justify something which within your core you know is not correct. The current day dispensation, we are getting numerous cases of insider trading, corporate fraud. You may come up with whatsoever explanation that you possibly want to. But again, deep within, you know what's right, what's wrong. Rajat Gupta is a classic case in point. The industry stalwarts wrote in favor of him, but all of that won't help him. And he was a celebrated person. And you've all seen what, so he perhaps not personally directly benefited out of it, it is someone else who got a direct benefit. But then again, that doesn't mean that the analytics don't tend to justify the act that is perhaps or indeed as done by the court of law is incorrect. Benjamin Franklin, at this point of time, I would like to sort of invoke his memory. Benjamin Franklin, one of the things I like about the great man is that, like it's been addressed by the various speakers here, there are various traits in a person. You shouldn't be allowed to be labeled as a particular person with one particular quality. You are here today as a group. You should focus and attempt to break that label, break that ceiling, and try and reinvent yourself. Benjamin Franklin was a thinker, a diplomat, a politician, a political writer, a inventor, a physicist. You name it. So there are various facets to him. It's not the eureka moment every day he would come out with something, but it would take a lot of hard work. So I'm not saying go away from the fact that you've got to put in a lot of hard work. Yes, definitely that has to be done. Ask my wife, ask my professors when I was there in college how I would just harrow them and pester them with the kinds of queries and all sorts of things. So hard work, there is no substitute to hard work. But here again, if you were three speakers had got up. But I'm sure between me and the panel, between the three, one, I still sort of somewhere it's left a reflection just by the manner the questions were put across, the manner it was spoken about. So these are small nuances and these are the finer nuances that you have to polish during the next 2 years. And I guess, on that particular note, and a small anecdote on Jaipuria. I was just discussing with the director, we've just completed 10th year of the existence of this campus. The Lucknow campus obviously is a very old campus. Again, it's a heterogeneous gathering today. You will be a homogeneous gathering by the time you're through first year, and you'll all be at par from some point or the other. Take the institution as Hogwarts. I'm hoping that the Harry Potter series would be something that somewhere or the other have touched all your lives. So that will be a common relay point that I may have today. Take this institution as Hogwarts. We've got a community, courtesy the integration of the 4 institutes and the fact that the professors are there. There are a lot of batches that are passed about. As we as alumni come to the institute, so there are various touch points. So there is a community that is around you, that's there to sort of help you guys around, guys and girls. There is a teaching pedagogy that will get cultural change and be responsible in your transformation. Just like there was a transformation from that boy could come in who was not a wizard, and by the time he passed out, he had developed certain qualities and traits. So